comprehensive video on shoulder hooping in general. I'm going to just talk about ways to get into shoulder hooping and how to start learning how to do that. Generally, I actually suggest bare shoulders, but it's kind of chilly here and rainy and, you know. So I've got a little bit of sleeves going. Make sure you've got grip tape or wax. Wax works wonders. Works wonderfully. It's amazing. I wouldn't suggest a bare hoop. You need to go with tape or wax or sanding. And don't go with a little hoop. Don't go with your comfortable, you know, this is, I go with 32s normally now. Don't do this. You need to go with the big boy. This is my first hoop. This is the first hoop I ever made for myself. It's my first hoop I ever had. And this is like almost 40 inches. I don't know, 38, 39. So you need to start with the big boys, all right? This is very important. You're never going to get any, well, some people, everybody learns differently. You might get somewhere with a small hoop, but this is your best bet, all right? I actually learned shoulder hooping fairly quickly. I learned it in only about a day of trying it, and I owe it to the girl I watched a video by, and her name was Taylor Starr. I don't know if she's around making videos anymore or anything, but she explained it perfectly, and I'm going to use her method, so crediting Taylor Starr for this. Make sure you're using the hoop. Make sure you're comfortable with waist hooping. Get comfortable turning with the hoop, turning in the direction of the hula hoop. That will help you when it comes to your shoulder hooping, because I suggest starting out spinning. All right, so the first thing you should do is find the openings of your hoop. This is, well, first of all, there's two different ways to do this. You can either do shoulders in, or if you, this one's a little bit harder, if you try, you can do shoulders, see, I can't even do it half the time. Shoulders out, there we go. You gotta do a little wiggle and a dip, it's weird. But, there it is. And then you can dip the shoulders in if you want, we can get to that point. To learn to get your arms in the hoop, it is easiest to go ahead and learn your holes. You see where this is opening up in front of me, and behind me it's opening up this way. So find your holes and learn them. Stick your hand in there. Just briefly, you don't have to sweep it around if you don't want it first. Just whoop, 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 whoop. That's the front. This one's the back. Alright, so learn where those are. And just practice, you know, dipping your hands in the holes and not getting hit by the hoop. That'll help. This is going to be to find where your arms are going to go. I spin to the left. I am a lefty hooper. There are plenty that go to the right. If you go to the right, stick your right arm in first, okay? I'm just going with the left first. If you want to go with the arms, go into the left. What you're going to do is you're going to stick your arm in, and then you're going to shoulder shrug. That's how you get the hoop to move up, all right? I'm going to do it only on one side. You stick it in and shrug. This is my big heavy hoop. There it is. Shrug it up. You see how I kept, now that's keeping it going. You don't have to keep it going. The point is to learn in and shrug up. That's how you get the hoop to move up. Now, when you are comfortable getting that left arm in, or your right arm, depending on which direction you're going, now it's time to add the second arm, all right? And if you think about it, there's a hole here in front, and the hole opens up in the back. So it's a timing thing. You gotta like catty corner it. You gotta go 1, 2, all right? And it's very important not to raise your arms this way when you're doing this. It is a shrug. You are shrugging your shoulders like you're just kind of like, whatever. Meh. All right, not this. All that's gonna do is, I don't even know if I can do that. Let's see. You do that and it's going to stop your hoop. See? If you raise your arms at all from your sides. So keep them to your sides and shrug. Alright? And it's, when you add both arms, it's a zigzag. You add the left and then you add the right and you do a little zigzag. And I'll show you that now. Alright? Here's your hold. You're going to go boom, boom, shrug, shrug, shrug. See? And once it gets up to your shoulders, you can stop shrugging. If you keep shrugging, it's going to get up to your neck. Alright? So that's a troubleshoot. If you hit your neck, if it goes too high, then that means you need to stop shrugging your shoulders sooner, okay? It also helps a lot to spin while you're doing this. I promise you, the spinning slows everything down just enough So as you spin, try 1, 2, shrug, shrug, shrug. It's up around your shoulders. And the most important part about actual shoulder hooping is knowing how to pop your chest out. If you have troubles with this, I actually have trouble hunching my shoulders a lot. I sit hunched. So I have to actually like pull my shoulders back sometimes and correct my posture to be able to feel better. One of the best things you can do for this is to learn to do cat-cows, like in yoga. You don't have to get on your knees. You can even just put it on your hands, right? I mean, your hands on your knees right here. But what you need to do is practice popping your chest out and then putting it in and out. Well, I guess this is in and out. You know, you're just doing this. Now, there are different ways you can do this. You can do front to back, like that, popping your chest out, or a lot of people, Rachel Lust is the most popular I can think of. You're never going to mistake her for anybody else. She does this awesome, crazy, sideways shoulder hooping, and I can't do it the way she does. I can kind of get it going sideways, but that's her style, and you've got to find your style, all right? Big, important to find your own style with this. You just don't you don't have to learn the way I'm teaching. You don't have to learn the way anybody else is teaching. Take several videos, take as many as you need, and just practice. Practice is key with shoulder hooping. You will get comfortable with it eventually. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I am rambling. Let's see, that's the important things is finding your holes first, learning those, and getting the sweep down if you can. All right, and then we have in, shrug, shrug. All right, the drop, the little wiggle thing, the arms out, I find it was a lot harder for me. It's still hard for me. You've got to wiggle. See, it's really hard. You got to get it up on your ribs. You got to do like a stair step, and you got to get, my ribs are big, so I have to get it up past my ribs. Yeah. So you got to do a wiggle, and then you can drop in. All right, and don't be discouraged by the spinning thing. I still can't. Let's see how long I can. Let's see. This is my normal hoop. This is what I normally use, 32-inch little Poly Pro hoop. All right. Stop you sanding. Spinning shoulder hooping. Let's see how long I can keep it up standing still. See, I can't keep it up very long, and that is obviously I need more practice. But the key, like my point is, don't be bothered by the spinning, because lots of people, I like to spin when I'm dancing. If I'm standing still, I feel like it's a little stagnant, a little stationary. It's too stationary, and you can dance around and you can move around. Right? So don't worry about the spinning. Just get the shoulder hooping down, and then you'll be able to get rid of the spinning later on. Once you get it up to your shoulders, once you get down the shrug, shrug, and get it up, I highly suggest learning to pull your arms out. If you're having trouble, whether you're standing still or spinning, if you keep doing exactly you're doing and you're having trouble, it's going to fall, it's going to mess up. But if you do an arm in or out, it can save you. If it's messing up, pop that arm out. And this might take some practice. You got to learn your timing. It's a lot of practice. You've got to learn the timing, and you've got to just get quick with it. That's why it's good to use a big hoop, is because it gives you room. All right? And then you can actually end up practicing doing stuff like this, where you're barely moving your arm. You know, you're keeping it out here. You can eventually, it's one of my favorite things. I think it was, Laura, I think it was Anna, Nubalicious. She did a video about doing stuff like this, and I love it. I love the idea of being flowy and weird with it, you know. But as far as starting off, spin and just pull the arm out. All right, and keep that other shoulder going. You gotta keep doing. See, notice I'm doing this. Chest is popping out, even one arm. All right, and switch arms anytime. Learn both arms. Learn how to pull them both out. learn how to chest hoop, you can do popping it like this, or you can do side to side like this. All right, including the shoulder hooping. It's kind of the same thing, except with shoulders in, you're more of a square, and that's why you've got to pop your chest out, because you got to make yourself a circle, right? That's why it's hard to stand still and shoulder hoop. So that is the next point I'm going to make, is the standing still. Now this is the way I started to learn. Like I just showed you with my 32, I can't keep it going for very long either. But with the big hoop I can. I can stand here for a little while if I want and just shoulder hoop, and it's because it's big and heavy. The way to get there is to slowly get there, stair step it. You've got to like get comfortable doing this, pulling arms out, doing your thing. Be comfortable with the shoulder hooping. All right. And then when you're ready, what you're going to do is stop for one rotation of the hoop and then keep going. All right? So one rotation of the hoop and then keep going. And then what you're going to do is you're going to keep doing the one rotation until you're comfortable with it, until it feels pretty good, until you feel like you're not going to drop it, okay? And then you move it to 2 rotations. You keep going. 2 rotations and keep going, all right? And eventually you'll be able to cut out the continuing going, and you can stand here and just stationary hoop. All right, I know I rambled a lot. This is going to be going to the Freestyle Flow community, so if any of you have any questions, make sure you ask me. I'll be there. I can answer anything you got. Well, hopefully I can answer anything you got. Sorry about the rambling. Hopefully you stuck with me. And if somebody needs something more specific, if y'all want me to focus more on a specific thing, just let me know. Shoulder hooping is kind of my comfort zone. So doing all this stuff is just comfort for me. I think video number 2 is going to be on how to get to vertical. Yeah? Let's do it, huh? Alright, y'all. Hopefully y'all learned some stuff. Hopefully you won't be shy. Give me some comments, give me some questions, anything. I love you all. Mwah. This is Jill Bo Baggins for Freestyle Spirals, coming in with a new move Monday. Y'all have a wonderful hoopy day.